Hello and good morning. So this video is dedicated for client counseling project. Enjoy.
Hello, Sir James.
Oh, hello Desha. So good morning. So do you have any case coming today?
Yeah, good morning, sir. Apparently today is quite a big case. It's about the Matrix of Pahang.
Oh, I see. Can I please have the general overview of what is scheduled?
Yeah, news outlet company decides to defame him, and quite big actually. He decided to defame him using a newspaper, and the Matrix wants to file a lawsuit against the company.
Okay, I see where you're going. So did you check his credentials? Was it all good?
Yeah, the moment I received the application from the military, I looked into his documents and everything's checked out.
Okay, if that is the case, then let us call him for a counseling session this coming Thursday.
Alright, Sir James, I will contact him as soon as possible.
Alright, thank you, Shah.
Welcome, sir. Sir,
Oh, hello, Desha.
our client will come soon.
Okay, understood. So, go ahead. Bring the client in.
Sir, you may come in. Right this way.
Hi, good morning, Sir Muzaffar. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, please have a seat. So, I would like to ask you, Sir Muzaffar, so how was the travel from your place to our law firm?
Well, it did take me a while because my driver was under the weather today, so I think that I had to bring the car alone, but still it was a nice trip. It's nothing bad.
Okay, so that was nice to hear. Okay, so what do you think about our law firm?
Well, so far I've seen your law firm doing very well across the media because I've seen your company name. It has a lot of impressions towards different clients, and I think that you are doing well in this field. And by the way that you are handling me, I think that you are a very nice position already.
Alright, I mean, we haven't started yet, but that was nice to hear, so I'll take the compliment. Thank you, Sir Muzaffar. Alright, Sir Muzaffar, since everything is clear, it's fine, I will now explain to you about our confidentiality policy. So, everything you say right now, right here, today, at this moment, will not reach anyone's ears other than us. Okay, and I need you to understand that please do not feel anxious or nervous, because the lesser information I receive, the lesser remedies I'm able to provide you with. Because I understand that you might have to say something which is totally sensitive to you, but like I said earlier, you have to be straightforward with me and be honest so that I can provide the best options out there for you. Okay? And if you are not convinced with what I've just said earlier, I just want to tell you that every lawyer in Malaysia, including me, are bound by the Lawyers Code of Ethics, which is the Legal Profession Act 1976. And under this act, as you can clearly see here, counsels are not allowed to give up their clients' information to the parties, because should we do that, or should I do that, I will be struck off from the bar, and I do not wish for that to happen. Meaning to say, the moment I expose information to other people, I will no longer be a lawyer. So, Sir Muzaffar, I request you to be straightforward and honest with me. But please keep in mind, I will not force you to do so, because I want you to feel at ease and tell everything at your own pace. Okay, sir? Alright.
Well, to be honest, after hearing what you just said, I am convinced of your power, and I will try my best to disclose myself towards you and not try to hide anything from you.
Alright, Sir Muzaffar, thank you so much. And that is great to hear, so let us move on. Alright, Sir Muzaffar, what makes you coming here today?
Okay, one thing is that recently there was a newspaper that published an article that for me it was tainting my reputation. That's why I came here today.
Oh, I see. Can you please tell me more about it?
Well, inside the article itself, it published about me that I feel somewhat was actually invalid, and it was somewhat something that has been added on about fake news about me.
I see. I guess we will get into that in a moment because I was told by your secretary that in 30 minutes you'll be having a meeting. So I'll be using our time as much as possible and extract as much information as possible because more information means more remedies available. Okay, so I hope you understand that so far.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, if you understand that for now, right now I'll be talking about the process of our counseling session.
Okay, sure.
Okay, for your information, if you see me typing or writing, that is not me getting distracted, but that is actually me taking note of all of those, the important facts that you have given to me. Okay, so in short, do not be sad or dissatisfied that I'm looking at my laptop, typing, or looking at my paper, writing.
Well, let me ask you something first. If I see you typing or doing anything, will it able for me to just talk to you and interrupt you in a way? Won't that be distracting you?
Yes, actually that is totally recommended, so Zafar, because maybe during the time that you instruct me, maybe something crosses your mind, so you may instruct me anytime you want.
Okay, that is nice to hear. At least you can get more input from me.
Alright, so by the way, if you get emotional, please tell me so I can provide you with some tissues. Okay?
That sounds so comforting.
You're welcome, so Muzaffar. Alright, so Muzaffar, since you are here on the floor of today's counseling session, can I please know more about this article that you are talking about?
Okay, so let me keep it simple. It all started on 26th May of 2015. There was this one company which provided an article about me, which, if you want a quick image of what they said, it revolves around two words I can say. It were failure and disappointment. So I was greatly tainted. My reputation was perfectly tainted because based on what they said, they showed how I was unfit for this job that I'm taking, which I don't fully think that it's true, but we'll continue with our conversation first.
Okay, I see, so Muzaffar. So now, before you actually came to our law firm, I actually received a form, your legal aid form, requesting for our help. And so, again, please, from the form itself, I got an overview of what your issue is all about, but still, I still need to know the full story from you. So can you please tell me more about it in a more specific and comprehensive way?
You want my background before I?
Not really. I just need to know when did you first find out about this article?
Okay, okay. As I said just now, 26th of May 2015, I was just casually doing my work as Menteri Besar Pahang during that time. And then I had to do this one job about construction in Pahang. But yes, the work was kind of not smooth because I had no experience. To be honestly honest with you, I was lacking of experience. From that, I started depending on people, which was ex-contractor, my friends, people that I knew, and I paid them a whole huge amount of money to do my work. So basically, I did not know what to do, but I did make the privilege to study and at least ask people to do it for me. Which, if you put me in my position, I don't think it's fully wrong because I paid my money at least for something good.
Okay, so I see. So may I know about your background first?
Okay, so I am Menteri Besar of Pahang and I represent the party of United Federation Party. I am in the government. I have been the Menteri Besar of Pahang for 2 years now.
Okay, I see. Right. So what was the first thing that you when you first received about this news, about this issue, about this article?
Well, to be honest with you, after finishing all the work, after finishing the big contract work, I was on a holiday with my family in Europe when I received a call from my secretary stating that on 26th of May an article was published to public that was slandering me. As soon as I was back from my holiday, I decided to take legal action on them.
Okay. So Muzaffar, can I please look at this article that you're talking about? Can you please show me the article?
Obviously, I became extremely nervous because that was my name published publicly for not only people of Pahang to see, but the whole country to see. Instead, this is not something small. Instead, this will damage my reputation, my position as Menteri Besar, which is a very huge position in this country. My holiday was spoiled because of this. Even my wife, my kids were worried about my reputation. Even their friends from school, my wife's workplace, their partners started to damage my name and started to patronize my name in behalf of them being my own family.
Okay. So you have the article right now? You have the article?
Okay, so this is a screenshot that I took. In the article, as you can see here,
Okay. So this is the article.
yes, it was perfectly showing my name there. It was clear that my name, and it was masked using very vulgar words. I mean, like, it was harsh words. It was my own name, even though they didn't put any curse words or anything, but still, it was damaging my name and saying that I did not do any job. Well, I'm not doing any job. I'm using someone to do it with the power that I have.
Okay, so alright, as I can clearly see in the article, your picture and your name were in the article. So, but I would like to ask you, did anyone contact you about this?
Well, as I said just now, there was my secretary helping me towards this. But soon as my secretary reached out to me about this issue, my wife and my kids, they started telling about how their friends are talking about me towards them, saying that is your husband, did he just get accused of not doing his job? Did he just really bribe? He make bribe and give bribes to people, which to me, hearing those words from my own family made me feel scared about myself and how my name will go on to different people. Because you never know how social media works nowadays.
So I see. So there are people who contacted you about this article. So since there are actually people that you about this article, so obviously the first ingredient of defamation was present, which is that the statement was referred to and the words are defamatory.
Yes. So what can I do now?
Alright. Even though I said the first ingredient was present, let us not forget that the defendants also have their defenses. For example, justification and also fair comment.
Okay, what is justification and fair comment?
Alright, first up I'm going to talk about justification. So justification is basically when the defendant, when they say about that statement, they somewhat have a point where they can stand on. They have proof, basically proof to basically support their statement about you. And as for fair comment, in layman's term, it's basically the statement was made in good faith, so there were no malicious intent whatsoever. So there you go, those are justification and fair comment for you.
Oh, I see, okay, I understand.
Alright, so although there are two ingredients, I mean the first and also the second ingredient of defamation, which I have said earlier, let us not be too happy because again the defendants also have their defenses.
Well, I clearly understand.
Alright, so Muzaffar, since we are clear on the first and second ingredient, can you please continue?
Yes, another thing. I have been taking bribes from people. Okay, what is this? What bribe did I give? What is this nonsense? I was selected last year. I worked so hard, being from the bottom of the governmental organization, working all the way till I get to Menteri Besar Pahang. I cannot believe the reasons that they use to bring me down. Who is part of this? Who are doing this to me?
Again, I'm very sorry, Sir Muzaffar, if what I'm about to ask you is quite direct and insensitive, but please, I request you to be honest and straightforward with me. Have you ever taken bribes before this? Please be honest, Sir Muzaffar.
Oh my gosh, no! I've never taken bribes before!
Okay, I see. Please sit down, Sir Muzaffar. Okay. Alright, yes, okay. If you say so, can you please show me some documents to justify your statements?
I have made sure that I am not the person being guilty here.
Okay.
This is a full document.
Alright.
Stating my work, everything is supposed to be here.
Okay, nice.
For your reference.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to look at your documents for a while. Okay. So Muzaffar, thank you for giving me all these documents. Please give me some time to look back at these documents later on. Okay, so can you please continue telling me more about your issues, Muzaffar?
Right. Besides that, I was landed that I lied to the people. Let's think that as a person working from below the organization, I see how people think towards this state. So I started to do work based on the time and how time moves. So recently, it's been a thing that people should use electric-based vehicle to make sure that the world is not polluted by carbon emissions. Therefore, I made sure that the buses are changed from carbon oil to electric buses. Also, the people requested that Pahang needed to be more easily accessible and the transportation needed to be easier so that people do not need to only use cars. So I provided with the LRT project in Pahang. However, the main point here is that I did my job and I also received words from people before doing my job. Even I did not actually fully do it, I still used the right people to make handle of the project. And is it because they do not want me to be in the office, or do they have someone else in their mind? I am very disappointed and sad.
So Muzaffar, I can see and also hear from you yourself that you were actually called a liar in the article because you failed to give lands for agricultural purposes. Is that correct, Muzaffar?
Yes, that is what I said.
Alright, so Muzaffar, since we are on that point, that statement could merely be mere criticism, or in other words, freedom of speech and expression. So unless you can prove otherwise about this statement, then the approach will be different.
What is the meaning of freedom of speech and expression?
Alright. Okay. So are you familiar with the Federal Constitution, Muzaffar?
I'm sorry, but no.
Okay. So under Article 10 of the Federal Constitution, we have one of our public liberties is freedom of speech and expression, meaning to say we are free to say whatever we want or express whatever we want. So, like I said earlier, unless you can prove otherwise about this statement, then what they say might just be them using their freedom of speech and expression.
No, I understand.
So Muzaffar, I'm very sorry if I sound too interrogative, but I need to do this to ensure what you're telling me is actually valid and not mere criticisms. Because, can you show me like examples of you executing your promises?
Okay, well, I would say that their statements were exaggeration. Simple, as I mentioned earlier, I gave a few agricultural lands to farmers so that they have more job opportunities.
I see. Can you actually, is it possible for you to contact these farmers for information, Sir Muzaffar?
I actually still have their contact number, so I will get to them immediately.
Alright.
Hello? Yes, Ms. Secretary, can you please give the numbers of the farmers that we contacted before that asked about agriculture lands, please? Right now. Okay. Alright, okay, thank you. Can I get to you now? Okay. Hello. Hello, Abu. Can I get the credential of the farmers that we gave the lands to? Okay, so he has given me the information, so alright, Miss.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Sir Muzaffar. So, okay. So, these are all the people that get the land to, Sir Muzaffar?
Yes. You can clearly see it in this one. It's a list.
Yes.
It all contains the legal process of land transfer.
Yes, I can see that.
It's all exaggeration.
Okay, right. Thank you, Sir Muzaffar. Thank you for giving me this information. But can you please send those documents to me later on to my secretary, because I might need to check the authenticity of the documents. So, yeah.
Okay, take your time.
Perfect. Okay, Sir Muzaffar, can you please continue with your... Can you please tell me more about this?
Alright. Yeah. One more thing that I would like to talk about is how they say I am crazy for power and using the media to seek popularity. To me, this is not about my reputation as Menteri Besar. Instead, it's about me personally as a person. They fail to comprehend the fact that I am a working person as well. They do not see the sweat, tears, pain that I had to endure all this time to be where I am right now. Besides, I became the Menteri Besar. I had to face it 24/7, yelling from my past boss and heavy workload. Now I am the chief minister. It is no different, but this time I am the one giving orders. Based on that, you can see how I obtained experience. I have gained so many experience from working under a person who is the boss, and now that I see the process as the chief minister, I can say for myself that I know what I'm doing.
So, hold on, Sir Muzaffar, I forgot to ask you one important question. Do you have any criminal records?
Well, honestly saying, I do not.
Okay, I see. If that is the case, so in your own personal opinion, what would be the reason for them to say that you are power hungry and seeking popularity?
Well, to be frank with you, once you get in this type of position, people start looking for you, am I right? People start looking for you for contract, brand deals and whatsoever. So, being in parties, I tend to make connections with high-ranking officials, but to me it's so crucial because I don't make connections with people. How can I do my job? As a politician, having connections are so important because it helps you to ease your work.
I see. Understood. Do you think there are other factors for this?
No, I am sure that it is because of my connections with these people.
Okay, so Muzaffar, since there are no other factors for this, I would like to also mention the third, which is the third and final ingredient to constitute a defamation suit, which is publication.
Publication, what is that?
Okay, so publication is basically when something, or in your case, the statement about you were published to the public. There were third parties present. Third parties are basically your wife, your children, and most importantly, the people of Pahang. So that is publication for you, but I'm sorry if you might feel demotivated, but although this statement has successfully constituted the third ingredient of defamation, I would like to also say that the defendants, on the other hand, can also use their defenses. Like the most obvious defenses that they can use, the most obvious defense, because they only have one defense, is unintentional defamation. So unintentional defamation is basically when the newspaper company that published this article about you, they actually publish this article without knowing that what they are saying is actually defamatory. What they are saying that, what they are saying might hurt your reputation as a Muslim besar faham. So, do you understand what I'm saying? So, Muzaffar?
I totally understand.
Okay, so if you understand that, then let me ask you one question. So, Muzaffar, as a politician, I'm sure you know you must be up to criticisms. Am I right?
Yes, I know.
Okay. So if that is the case, then let me divide the things that might sound as mere criticisms and what might sound as defamatory statements. So first, as a politician, getting called unfit, incompetent, power hungry, and also seeking popularity, that could be mere criticisms because other politicians, they go through the same thing. Okay, but from my understanding, being called a liar and also taking bribes, that might be defamatory statements because that does not relate to your job scope. Instead, it relates to you as a person. So that's Muzaffar is what I understand might be defamatory statements.
So far, okay, I understand how it is.
Alright, so Muzaffar, so I've taken note on all of the facts that you have given to me earlier. So now I need to look at my laptop screen. So before I'm able to give you a comprehensive feedback, I need to reconfirm everything that you have just said earlier. Okay, so please correct me if I'm wrong. So first up, in the article, you were called unfit and incompetent for your position. Besides that, apparently you were taking bribes and called a liar. Not to mention, you are power hungry and also seeking popularity. So is everything correct, Muzaffar?
Well, if you want me to be honestly true, then maybe yes, it's correct. So what can I even do at this point?
Okay, so Muzaffar, from my understanding, this article might fall under defamation. And defamation is basically the act of downgrading a person by giving false statements about a person. And in your case, the facts are clear. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, this article fulfilled almost every ingredient of defamation. But please do not get excited because because we need to relax and understand every single ingredient before we can actually be confident on the outcome of our case. So first and foremost, as I said earlier, the article fulfilled the first ingredient, which is the article was referred to you. Why? Because because it was obvious that your picture and your name were published in the article. So what more do you need to prove that that article is about you? True. So moving on to the second ingredient, which is the words are defamatory. So why would I say the article is somewhat defamatory? Because in the article, even if you read the article by yourself, even if other people read the article, they can understand that the content of the article has had one purpose, which is to ridicule you. Okay, so that is why the second ingredient of defamation is fulfilled. Okay, moving on. We have the third, the final ingredient, which is publication. Now, publication, if you do not understand what publication is basically when something is publicly published to the people. So the same goes with your case. So, the article was published to the public, not only to the state, not only to the people of Pahang, but basically to every state in Malaysia. So, in other words, third parties were available, and well, your reputation, your dignity as the Menteri Besar Pahang was tainted. So, they go for the ingredients of defamation. But although almost everything leans towards you, I humbly request you not to be overconfident because the defendants which is the newspaper company, also has their defenses. For example, justification, fair comment, and also unintentional defamation. Okay, so they go for the available defenses for the defendant, also the ingredients of defamation. Now, since you already know the elements of defamation, we'll now talk about the possible remedies for you.
Alright, go ahead and I'll tell you all of the available remedies.
Alright, what I can advise you is, since the article is obviously defamatory, I will send a letter of demand to the newspaper company to publicly apologize to you in 14 days for their wrongdoing.
I see.
Should they fail to do so, then we will go to court.
Okay, I agree on that.
Okay, and another important thing to note, so Muzaffar, if they do not wish to follow what I have requested from them, which is to publicly apologize to you in 14 days, do not be afraid, do not hesitate to sue them for defamation, because the article contains strong elements of defamatory elements.
I understand that. Thank you so much, Sir James. I will try my best to cooperate more, and I hope it goes well.
So there goes our consultation session for today, so Muzaffar. So thank you very much for trusting our law firm to listen to your problems. So this is my business card. So should you have any questions, please directly contact me through the contact number on the card.
Nice. Thank you so much. I will reach out if I have any inquiries. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much. So just go straight, you will see the door.
Hello, Sir James.
Oh, hello there, Shah. So there goes our consultation session with the review Saturday. So I think this case will be a big one. What do you think, Shah?
I think this will be a very big one indeed.
I see. What do you think this case will be about?
Well, I think this is just another defamation case, and from our side, we need to discover more about the truth from our client here.
Oh yes, I totally agree with you, Shah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day, and also I would like to say thank you to Madam Amirah and also Madam Lily.